Welcome to The Cap, where we are here to speak with college reps and other professionals in the field of college admissions to help answer all your questions and guide you through every step of the process. So if you're serious about college admissions, you've come to the right place. Are you ready? Let's talk about it. And now, here's your host, Dr. John Durante. Welcome to The Cap, the College Admissions Process Podcast. I am your host, John Durante, and I am here to introduce you to college admissions representatives and other professionals in the field of college admissions. Our purpose is to serve you, the students and parents, so that you may gain insight straight from the people who ultimately make the decisions. Regardless of whether you apply to a particular school being highlighted in a given episode, you should listen to all of them, as each guest will give you tremendous insight and advice on every aspect of the college admissions process, prompting you to come up with your own follow-up questions for when you visit campus or meet with a college admissions representative yourself. Don't forget to visit our website, www.collegeadmissionstalk.com, or the show notes of each episode to access the alphabetical list of all the colleges available with the related audio link to the right of each school. The alphabetical list provides you with on-demand access to all of the episodes so that you may listen whenever you wish. And if you want to receive links to episodes before they are released on the podcast, along with other related resources, please fill out the email opt-in form also available on our website and in the show notes of each episode. Lastly, please email me with any questions or comments at collegeadmissionstalk@gmail.com. So are you ready? Let's talk about it. Welcome to The Cap, the College Admissions Process Podcast. I am your host, John Durante, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you today Joanne Wang, who's the Assistant Director of Regional Recruitment at Loyola University, Maryland. Joanne, thank you so much for being here today. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great. It's Friday. It's nice out. I'm happy.
I am happy as well because, yes, it is Friday, and I'm thrilled to have Loyola, Maryland on the podcast. So, Joanne, let me start by asking you, what can you tell us about the mission and values of Loyola, Maryland, and how they shape the university's academic programs and student experience?
So, Loyola University, Maryland, we're a Jesuit Catholic university. We're also private liberal arts. We're located in Baltimore, Maryland. One of our mission is to educate the whole person. This is called Cura Personalis. We really tap into the mind, body, spirit. We want to pursue the truth, promote justice, and really engage the world with compassion. We want to move through the world with compassion and service. So a lot of our programs are shown through our commitment to not just your academics, your professional growth, and your personal growth, but really emphasizing critical thinking, communication, and ethical decision making. We know this is time, like Jesuit education has been time tested and has been here for over 500 years. So we know that it's always adapting to the needs of the world.
Well, thank you so much for the explanation on the Jesuit philosophy. I really appreciate that. And Joanne, can you speak to the campus culture and student life at Loyola, Maryland, including any student organizations, clubs, or any other activities, frankly, because students and their parents always want to know about life on campus.
Yeah, so we are a D1 Patriot League school with over 18 competitive teams, including lacrosse, tennis, volleyball, golf, swimming. We also have over 25 club sports and over 12 intramural sports, including esports. Actually, our esports team competes in the Eastern College Athletic Conference every single year. And I'll describe the campus culture like this. On game day, we will shuttle students to John Hopkins, who is our biggest rival in lacrosse, and we will wear a Beat Hopkins shirt. And we do this for every single local game. It's so much fun. I never really watched lacrosse before I went here, but now I do. The school spirit is phenomenal. We also have over 200 student led clubs, ranging from equestrian riding, baking club, boxing, MMA, anime club, and we have several a cappella groups on our campus. So much so that we even have an annual a cappella competition called cord busters. If you visit our campus, which is one of like the most beautiful campuses on the East Coast, it's ranked top 20. Um, you will hear them singing, so it feels extremely pitch perfect. Other than that, we also have so many study abroad programs. We're on every single continent except Antarctica. So two-thirds of our students do that. We really encourage students to just be worldly in that way.
Well, we appreciate that, and I have been on the
Mhm.
campus, and you're right. It is absolutely one of the prettiest campuses that I've seen, no question about it. You talk about your study abroad opportunities, 18 competitive teams, esports, over 200 student clubs, and of course, amazing school spirit. So, Joanne, again, we appreciate the overview. What are the key qualities and characteristics that Loyola Maryland looks for in its applicants, and how does the admissions committee evaluate applications holistically?
As you can see, a lot of our students are involved in some type of way, whether it's through service, sports, or just the community in general. So we are also looking for students that are involved in their community. When I'm reading the applications, like I'm looking for involvement because I know if a student is involved, they will also be involved on campus. We not just only look at that, but we're also looking at your grades, your essay, and your letters of recommendation. We understand and truly, truly have compassion if your grades may not be the best because you're taking up all these other sports or you're helping out with your family. That's how we really review our applicants holistically.
Well, we appreciate that. Of course, you're looking for students involved in their community throughout high school, which, of course, is a great indication of what they're going to do once they're on your campus. And the same thing with grades. You want to ensure that students are maintaining high grades, which is an indication of whether or not they'll be successful once they're on your campus. So we really appreciate that, Joanne. Thank you. And digging deeper into the overall application, what are some examples of college essays that left an impression with you? And what advice would you share with prospective students in terms of what to think about when they're sitting down, getting ready to write their college essays?
So I can tell you what I'm not looking for. I definitely please review your grammar and your diction when it comes to your essay writing. Please don't submit any essays as if you're texting someone, LOL, JK, with the U, with the letter U. Also, just check that you're not sending a block of text. Us admissions counselors are getting thousands of applications every year, and we have to read hundreds in a week. So while I will still read that block of text, it does help if your diction helps break it down so it's easier for me to read. Also, when you are writing your essay, please make sure that your conclusion is tying back to your main topic or theme. I've read essays where it started off great and I didn't know why it got to the point where it got to. A did not just lead back to A, it just went all the way around.
Understood. So, students, remember, review your grammar and diction. A college essay is not a text message. So, write it in the form of an essay. So, we really appreciate that, Joanne. Thank you. And when searching for the right college, what should a student be looking for to ensure that they are finding the right fit for themselves and that they are, in fact, the right fit for the schools that they are applying to?
I would say look at what the school's mission is and their academic programs are. You can also ask your admissions counselor what the school is growing because certain schools have a mission in the next few years, perhaps to grow their science programs or to grow their diversity. So, if that's a strong value for you, you can also ask them so you can make sure that's a good fit for you. And speaking about fit, think about the location, the size, and the campus culture that you're looking for. Do you want to go far or stay close? Do you want to be in the city or do you want to be in a rural setting? Um, some students prefer a smaller school who's more intimate or a larger school where they can go out and have a more city vibe. Also, financial aid. What kind of aid does the school offer? What kind of scholarship opportunities are there? That's going to be a very key factor in making your college decision. And that's a family discussion as well.
Well, we appreciate that. And I like how you talk about looking at the school's mission. Are they looking to increase their STEM majors, for example? Are they big on diversity on campus? And do you, in fact, students share the same values? These are very good things to consider and think about when you're researching colleges. Of course, location is key. Do you want a small school, large school, rural, urban, suburban area, close to home, far to home? There's a lot to consider. And of course, cost. Cost is so important. So thank you again, Joanne. We really appreciate it. And I know that Loyola Maryland is in fact test optional like many other schools throughout the country. Can you share the percentage of students that applied and who were ultimately admitted that did not submit their test scores?
Yeah, so Loyola has been test optional since 2009, which is one of the first schools to be test optional. And we do that because we truly want students to show up in their most authentic way possible. I can share that among the accepted students last year, about 35% of them submitted their test score. So 65% did not submit their test score. They went test optional.
Well, we appreciate that. And I didn't know that you were test optional since 2009. That's really good to know. Joanne, where do you see the test optional movement going over the next 4 years?
For Loyola, it's not going anywhere. We will remain test optional again because we just want you to represent yourself in whatever way you think you are as a student. So if you feel like your test scores are an accurate representation of who you are as a student, go ahead and submit them. Otherwise, it's really no sweat off your back. My prediction for the rest of the schools, I would say a lot of schools will go test optional and probably will require testing for their more competitive programs, such as nursing or STEM students.
What's up, podcast friends? I'm happy to share that we've teamed up with Dormco to make your dorm decorating a lot easier. Why Dormco? They offer quality and durability, affordability, and a wide selection for bedding to storage solutions and everything in between for your dorm room. So if you or anyone you know is looking to decorate your dorm, see the affiliate partnership link in the show notes for Dormco, your one stop for stylish, affordable, and quality dorm essentials. Please note that if you make a purchase through any of our affiliate links, the podcast gets a commission. But rest assured that we would only promote products that we believe in and feel would benefit our listeners. Thank you all and best wishes. Well, it's great that you mentioned that Loyola Maryland will, in fact, remain test optional. And I also appreciate your prediction that for certain majors, they will, in fact, require test scores. So it's very important, students, that if a school says that they are test optional, but you're applying to a competitive major, for example, nursing or engineering, find out if you need to submit test scores for the specific major that you're applying for. So, again, Joanne, we really appreciate that. And can you share what support services are available for students who may have had an IEP in high school to help ensure that they continue to be successful once they're on your campus?
We have so many opportunities and resources for students. I like to say we're a medium sized school with big school resources. We have our Office of Disability Support Services, and they provide support and accommodations for students with IEPs or 504s, and they are super, super sweet. They're really, really nice people. They can do extended testing time, note taking assistance, or any type of assistive technology. We also have academic advising. They work with students to create an academic plan that really helps them navigate the requirements needed for their major. We also have a great writing center if they need to work on their writing skills or tutoring. They provide one on one feedback. And the counseling center, of course. If you're experiencing like any type of emotional or mental health challenges, or if you just need any type of additional support, you can work with our counselors there. They can also provide you out of office opportunities, resources, and accommodations. They can refer you to support services outside of the school as well.
Well, that's a great overview. Thank you so much, Joanne. And I always put the Office of Undergraduate Admissions in the show notes. Joanne, if there's any other links that you want to provide to the students and their parents, certainly send them to me. And again, we'll make them available in the show notes. So, Joanne, this has been a great conversation. And before I get to the last question, I was curious, is there a question that I didn't ask that you wish I asked, or anything else that you want to tell us about Loyola, Maryland?
I do have to say that we do have one of the best residence halls in the nation. It's currently ranked top 20 by the Princeton Review. We have over 17 residence halls. Actually, we call them residence halls and not dorms because they're bougie. Um, and they come fully furnished. Definitely come visit our beautiful campus. It's it's absolutely stunning, and you will fall in love with it the same way I did.
Well, I agree. And again, I've been on campus and it really is beautiful. So, students and parents, if you haven't seen it, you definitely have to take a ride to Loyola, Maryland. Joanne, this has been an awesome conversation. Unfortunately, it leads us to the last question, which is, what are your top three pieces of advice you would provide a student and their parents getting ready for the college admissions process?
Start early and stay organized. That's my first one. I think having an Excel spreadsheet of all your usernames and passwords is very helpful. I know you're going to get a lot of different logins from the schools, but it's also a great way to keep track of any of the deadlines and any of the materials that you need to submit. Also, the second one, definitely focus on your fit. Visit the campus if you have the time to really get an idea of the vibe of it. See if that's really what you're looking for. And lastly, utilize your admissions counselor. We are really here to help you. The more we know you, the more we can advocate for you as well. We have tons of time and advice that we would like to impart on you. So there is no stupid question. Use us.
Well, those are great pieces of advice. Start early and, of course, stay organized, focus on fit, and, of course, visit if you can. And absolutely utilize your admissions counselors. You know, if you listen to the podcast, how awesome everyone is. And Joanne, that includes you. I can't thank you enough for offering your advice, your expertise, and your time today. I'm so happy as I know that this is going to help so many students and their parents as they navigate the college admissions process. Thank you so much. And I do hope to have you again.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
Take care. Thank you for joining us on this episode of The CAP, the College Admissions Process Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please don't forget to tell a friend and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. I am your host, John Durante, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of The CAP. What's up, podcast friends? I'm happy to announce that we've teamed up with some fantastic affiliate partners to further enhance your overall college journey. So, do you or someone you know need stylish dorm decor, trendy college apparel, or top-notch test prep? Whether it's creating a cozy home away from home, flaunting the latest in college apparel, or securing top-notch test prep help, we've got you covered. Check out our affiliate links in the show notes within each of these categories, which we believe will help you, our listeners. Please note that if you make a purchase through any of our affiliate links, the podcast does get a small commission. But rest assured that we would only promote products that we believe in and feel would benefit you, our listeners. So check out the links in the show notes and share with anyone you think may benefit. Thank you all and best wishes.